Anybody do anything exciting on the break?
I went to New York.
What'd you do?
Hung out with my friends and just had a good time for a couple days.
Did you kick it? Meaning party?
Yeah, casually. I don't go too hard. I'm a responsible citizen.
You tell on yourself. You gotta say that. Anybody else? What you do, man?
I went to Netherlands for a day.
Never.
Netherlands. It's like 30 minutes into the mountains.
Okay. You're thinking the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
That's what I thought you said. Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Is it cool?
Yeah, it's cool. A little smaller than Estes. But
Anybody else? Ain't nobody do nothing exciting?
what'd you do?
I do documentaries. I had to film in 2 days straight. It was, you know, when you gotta dig up all them old emotions and old things that transpired, it's kind of tough to, because I tell you, when I talk, I see. So when I'm talking, I'm seeing what transpired, and that's tough to kind of go back to those days and those times. But anyway, wonderful week this week. Can't wait to get on the field on Saturday like we've been waiting.
J Mack from Syracuse, New York, man, came all the way out to see my Colorado Buffs.
What channel do you watch? They brought you out here.
The pregame show.
Never watched the college game till last season when Coach Prime came to Colorado. And I am in Colorado at Folsom Field. I am the Colorado Buffaloes auntie from Texas. Sweet treat.
Hey, I've been following the pregame show. It's all about let's go Buffs.
Way from Texas, yes sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You trying to put you up on game. Classmates, you know, we came in at the same time. What he's done for that program is unbelievable. Well deserved. I think he's the Big 12 Coach of the Year, right?
Yes, sir.
Well deserved. Should have ran away with it. Should have even been close last year for what he did with the program and what he's doing with that program. I applaud him tremendously. His character, the consistency, what he's asking for his young men, and he got a quarterback down, and he's still fighting through the storms. And we were close to being on the same sideline at one point. We had a tremendous amount of conversations alluding to that, but he is one of my favorites. So I'm proud, I'm happy for the opportunity to play against his team this week, and it's gonna be fun because I got love for the coach and everything he exudes for that program. Anytime we're recruiting a kid and they're in the runnings for it, first of all, I never talk negative about a program, but I always speak highly about his program to other kids that may not choose us per se. Students of the week, Reggie Hughes. Tough defense, tough defense. Guys get after it. Secondary is pretty darn good. Front four is very stout. Offensively, they want to run the heck out of the football. They haven't had a lot of success with this gentleman throwing the ball. We recalled him from a couple years ago when we played against Nebraska, correct? Same quarterback, same guy, same DNA. But what they're doing with him has been phenomenal over the last couple games. Students of the week, Reggie Hughes, Tunica, Mississippi. Noah King, Hamilton, Ohio. Students of the week, this week, Davian Coleman from Humble, Texas. I like that word, Humble, Texas. Joseph Williams from Arlington, which is one of the guys I got to keep my hand around his throat. Love him. Mr. Lanius, Peggy, 101st birthday is Wednesday. Is that unbelievable? We got to give her some love, respect, appreciation. We come from different generations, but the love that I have for her is darn believable. She's consistent with who she is. Her memory is sharp and attack. Just always pleasant, always with a smile, always has something profound and peaceful to say to me. And I need her right now. I'm just trying. she just like brightens up your day. 101 years old Wednesday, so let's make sure we tweet, post, and do something. Happy birthday for her coming tomorrow. Juju was phenomenal last game, second most yards for a true freshman starting in CU history. Marion has been Marion. Mata, despite his miss, CU record 105 straight PATs. Preston Hodge leads the Big 12 in pass defenses. Leads the Big 12 in pass defenses and ranks 4th in FBS with 1.3 per game. Quentin Gibson ranks 4th in NCAA versus the Big 12 in combined kick return yards with 571. That only means we get our butts kicked and they score, and that's all what that means. Other sports, soccer. I love my soccer guys to like, man. I'm so proud of them. Wow. In the NCAA tournament, it heads to Michigan State to play Xavier on Thursday in the second round. CU beat Utah Valley on Friday, set a new program record for wins, 16-3-3. They are balling. Volleyball, love them to life as well. It's now 21-6 and 11-4 in the Big 12 with 3 matches left in the regular season. They head to West Virginia Wednesday. Well, cross country, the men's and women's team both finished 4th at the Mountain Regional Championships and both qualified for the NCAA Championships, which will take place Saturday in Missouri. Men's basketball is flat out balling. Women's basketball, love my girl to life. She is a coach. She coaches her butt off as well. 2-1, only loss was at number 22 Louisville. They almost won that. So the other sports are doing wonderful here, and they're great. Let's jump right to Rick. I love Rick to life. I don't feel like I'm losing it because I feel like he's still going to be a part of the program. He didn't leave because of what's transpiring this year. There was already a plan in place that Rick was going to step away from his original post, but he's going to still help the program. I love it. I mean, I wouldn't be here without him, and we've talked extensively for a while about this decision that he's making, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be in good hands. They've already started the search, and they already started some wonderful things, so I'm pretty sure with what I know from the persons I'm in contact with here, they're going to make a great selection, so I don't doubt that by any means. Let's go.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. Hope you're doing well. I'm Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. At this point in the season, how do you balance preparing for game day as well as preparing for the future?
Game day is the future. I mean, you win, it helps the future. You work hard, you go at it hard. It's no different. I mean, the thing about it, the preparation shouldn't be different if you were winning, if you get your butts kicked. It shouldn't be. The record, to me, is not indicative of who these young men are, who these coaches are in between as well, who this program is. The ball is just bouncing our way, and we got to do something about it, and we're going to do something about it as soon as the season is over. So, it is what it is. That's the way it is right now. It is what it is. But we're going to make the best of it. We're not going to hang our heads and have no pity party. We're going to go about it like we played for during championship.
Hey, Coach Pat Grimes.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Two-part question first. First of all, any plans to go to Vegas to see a certain Browns quarterback on Sunday?
Don't know. I haven't made that decision as of yet. I'm so focused on what we have in hand. I'm not thinking about that, although I just got off the phone with him a minute ago. But I'm really focused on what we have in hand.
And my real question is, given everything that's transpired with you this year, you know, you're overcoming cancer and the losses.
Right.
What has kind of reaffirmed your desire to keep doing this?
This is what I do. This is who I am. If a loss can influence me to shut it down, so what does a win influence me to do? Like, I got the rock steady. I got to be the same guy. And I think I have been. I think I come and present to you guys win or loss. You know, I'm a little more up, apparently, because of a W. But I don't dismiss you guys and not talk to you guys and not shoot you guys the truth in any situation. So it is what it is, man. You just got to rock steady. I don't teach these young men to be influenced by good day, bad day. You got to make the day your day.
Brian, go ahead.
Cool.
Hey, Coach Brian Hellbold with New Cameron. I have two questions for you. One, just follow up from Rick.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have had a great relationship, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How valuable is it for the football coach to be in line and in step with administration, whether it's the chancellor, the AD?
I think it's proper. I've never had it any other way. When I was at Jackson State, Ashley Robinson is my guy. He's still my guy. I just spoke to him yesterday. I love him to life. Rick is always going to be my guy. So that's apparent because you're like hand in hand. But he had to do what's best for him, man, and his family. And I'm happy for him, man. His beautiful grandchildren. So I'm happy for them. I really am.
I mean, like going forward, is that a valuable thing for you to have for that next AD as well?
What, a relationship?
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
right.
I would like that. You would love that. You don't want anybody to come in here that you're at odds with, and I'm not at odds with anybody. Like I'm not built like that to just be messy and nasty and hateful. Why? I mean, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. I don't function like that in ignorance and animosity. I don't move like that.
And I do want to ask you one question about this team.
Mhm.
This is the first week that bowl game carrot is not there for this team
Right.
anymore. Have you seen, as you come back from the break, that there's still that motivation and that want
Yeah,
to?
I asked a question in the meeting room this morning. I said, out of all the groups that we have, meaning cornerbacks, linebackers, receivers, so forth, who's going to take it up a notch today? And 3 groups popped up. So I put it on. I think the linebackers and the receivers stood up first. So they say it's on them. They went out there and worked their butts off today. They had great days. So I ask the team that every day, and each group stands up. They're accountable for what transpires on the practice field. And those guys popped up quick, with the quickness, and they had a good day.
Coach Jack Carlo, good to see you again.
My man.
How's it going?
Excellent.
Kind of similar to Brian's question, just outside of obviously wanting to get another win or two, just
Right.
what does finishing strong look like to you?
Winning, quarterback developing, offensive line doing their jobs, defense staying stout, not giving up nothing deep, nothing cheap, getting to the ball, being physical, because not only are you want to win, but you're evaluating. You're evaluating young men as well as the staff. Like, where do you go? So you're doing a lot of evaluations when it's coming down the home stretch, and you want to see that passion. Anybody could be happy and enthusiastic and got that fight in them and that dog in them when it's all up. But when it goes left, that's when you take an eye and look at the room and see how you guys move and see how you think and see how you get down. And is there consistency, or were you waiting to attack the whole time? So it's like that with the young men. Looking for a plethora of things in these guys.
Coach Adam, Mr. Tiger,
What's
24/7
going on, man?
Sports. Not much. With Juju, what have you seen out of him since that start? Has that kind of been a springboard for him?
Growth, yeah, because now you've gotten out there, you're seeing how it is, you got to lay the land. Some of the mistakes you made, we don't expect you to make those again, because now you understand what we want. You got game action, you got live action, you understand where the blitz is coming from, what they're going to do to you. We got packages for that. We got things implemented in those calls. When you feel hot, you feel heat, let's get out of it. Let's go to something else. And you know what we got to do on first downs and how valuable that is. You know, young quarterback come in, sometimes they think it's 7-on-7. Because 7-on-7 is taking over the country right now with high school football and whatever. So they got to understand, no, this is football. You got to get a little bit at a time and move the chains, and not just chunks. So you can't think like that. And he's doing a great job of maturing and understanding how to study film.
Hey Coach, Jake Schwartzky.
What's up, Jake?
Not much. How are you doing?
Good.
I wanted to ask you about Yo-Yo. I mean, we talked to him last week, and
Yeah.
he made the Big 12 Team of the Week and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Just how rewarding is that to see a guy like that really develop in such a short amount of time?
It's great, because I bet on Yo-Yo. What I mean by bet, I don't actually put money like that. I'm not a betting man. I'm too cheap to bet. But when I say I believe this kid is going to ball out, watch this. That's what I mean by betting on somebody. And Yo-Yo has proved me right. He's proved me right, because it's easy to ride with somebody who has a work ethic. A guy don't have a work ethic, I'm not putting my name by him. I'm not riding with him. I'm not betting on him. Yo-Yo has the work ethic, and he wants to be great. Not good, he wants to be great. And he's flat out hilarious. He don't have bad days around him. He's like that Ben attitude. They don't have bad days. They make everything they face happy. They're those guys that infuse happiness and joy in their teammates. Love Yo-Yo.
Start with Coach. How you feeling? Not too much. Scott Proctor at DMVR, you mentioned, one of the things you're looking for these next couple weeks is quarterback development, and you touched a little bit on Juju. Now that he kind of has the first start out of the way, what's kind of the next step, maybe the next obstacle that he's going to have to overcome?
I'm understanding what he sees and ride with it and taking what they give and let them be it. But we got to be much better on first downs. I've had an issue since day one. We got to be better. First downs, we're trying to get 4 or 5 yards on first downs. And when you don't, now you're behind the chains and it's tough. Now you got to start. You got to try to get 5 to 6 on the next down to make it palatable third down. But this kid is starting to understand the game a lot more mentally, psychologically. Physical tools it is what it is. He has it. But really understanding the game and how it's played from the defensive coordinators to our coordinators to the personnel that he has around.
Just one follow-up. From your perspective, what's the key to staying on schedule on first down and making sure you put yourself in advantageous, second and short or second?
Being creative and understand what we have. Do you understand what we have on offense? Like, it's hard to deal with 4. Yeah. 9 can fly. 8 can do his thing. We got a tight end that this kid can really play. I mean, I'm talking about he can really play. Yeah, and we just have not gotten him in the situations that we should have, but this kid can flat out play. I think this kid has pro ability. The line has been suitable and valuable. They've had ups and downs a little bit in the season here and there, but for the most part, these guys have been blocking their butts off, and we got running backs that can run. So with all that I just said, we should move the ball, and we should have some consistency in that.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. You mentioned kind of all the evaluating you're due at this point in the season. How valuable was the week off to do some of that, whether it's from the coaching staff to roster management, all that kind of stuff?
Weeks off are great when you got a ton of injuries like we do, and you hope to get guys back. And some of those guys should make it back this week. Some of those guys may not. We have an injury bug for sure, but we're hoping the guys that really love it, really want it, are gonna go out there and give it a shot and do what they're capable of doing. But sometimes you don't want a bye week, man. Sometimes you just want to ride. You want to just roll with it. You want to go. You want to go. But I think it's great for our quarterback to get some time. The way he didn't even go home, we stayed here and just hammered. I think he had an hour worth of film time before we left. Come back, he has 9 hours. That's what you want to see.
Good, man. Hey, Coach, you're doing well. I saw you were test riding this weekend. Did you find anything you were looking for?
Yeah, I did, but it was a little rough.
Is that right?
Yeah, I forgot that my groin had surgery, and the horse was playing pool. The horse I was always playing pool. I'm just telling you. Read between the lines.
I saw that you did a sit down with Mr. Champ Bailey, and I was watching that. And you told Champ that you missed in a few spots this year, which look, nobody bats 1,000.
You know the thing about it, I'm sorry for stopping you, but I got to interject right there. I'm brutally honest with y'all, man. I tell y'all the truth. You can't get upset or attacked when I tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. That's what happens. That's what happens with everybody. Like, think about all these other teams that were supposed to do this. When they don't do this, you can't just. God is giving me something. I'm just trying to compute it and give it to you. I hadn't forgotten how to coach in a year. Like I hadn't forgot how to coach in a year. A lot of these wonderful coaches out there that is not winning this season, they hadn't forgotten how to coach in a year. We did some things we should have done. That's on us. That's on us.
And I appreciate that honesty, for sure. Yeah. And I guess the reason why I bring that up is because I'm curious. I mean, putting myself in that position, if I feel like I wouldn't have missed, I would want to do things maybe differently or learn from that.
Exactly.
In player evaluation, what have you learned from this year?
God, I can't say what I want to say.
Appreciate it.
Let me try to give it to you in a way I can say it. I know what I want. I know what I should see. And this year I'm going to see it. That's the best way I can place it to you. I'm gonna see it. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm gonna see what I wanna see.
Thanks.
Thank you. Great question, my man. You always come up with some good stuff.
Coach Shane Holcomb, Scoville Sports. It's good to see you. With the transfer portal, becoming this fluid marketplace, recruiting, retention's becoming new recruiting, right? And so as the season comes to a close these next few weeks, what do those conversations look like with some of those players when you're looking to, take a step away from Colorado?
Well, say the last part again. I'm sorry.
What do those conversations look like with some players looking elsewhere?
Well, you don't know. You gotta. You hate to use the word assume. You gotta kind of predict that you may lose 10 to 12%. You gotta predict that at certain positions. You know what you could lose. First of all, we know people that know people that know people, so we know who's talking to who's what. We know that because that's just the way the ball bounces. But we're prepared for everything. It's not like if this happens, that was a surprise. No, it's not. That was a decision that we knew you would make because that's who you are. But also, it's decisions that we're going to make because that's who we are. So you got to do what's best for your roster. You got to do what's best for your team, what's best for the players that are very impactful. You got to put something around them to make sure they can blossom, and you got to make sure these coaches have what they need to work with. And we're going to do that. I promise you that.
Brandon Gonzalez from Real Sports.
Yes, sir.
Quick ones for you. First is, we know the question of when, not if, but can you take some of the emotions of Shedeur going into the game and just, if you're watching it as a dad?
I was in the office alone. I told him this past week that he was going to play. It's going to be one way or another. I thought the Ravens would have played better early on to provoke him getting in. I didn't want him to get in by injury because I'm fond of Dylan and I want him to be successful as well, but I didn't want that to happen. But getting in the way he did, I know it's going to be some inconsistencies of a lot of things because I know football. But I was happy for him just getting the opportunity and running on that field because I know the fight behind the fight. Yeah, if I can say that modestly. I know what's been transpiring behind the curtains. And I'm just proud of because he's not just saying the right things, he's doing and living the right things. That's just who he is. And I'm glad through trials and tribulations there has been a consistency of the thread that he's been speaking. And just like the things you guys heard for a couple of years, that's who he is. And they keep trying to make him out to be somebody else, but he is who he is. He's a Sanders.
Sorry, and then you said you know some of the names that the administration is looking at. How involved would you like to be? The landscape has changed of what an AD is these days versus what it was, when you were in school.
Right.
So how much do you want to be involved in the process as they're narrowing?
I want to coach football and win football games. That's what I want to do. I don't need. I could be involved as much as they want me to. I'm not that kind of guy that I gotta have say. I'm not built like that. Contrary to what anybody would think. I love this game. I love these young men, and I just want this program to be the best it can be. I'm pretty sure they're going to make a wise decision. We have a chancellor and a president that's on their game. They're on their game. They know what they're doing.
Ron Schools from Ralph Report. You had a good bye week. You spoke a little bit in your opening statement about Jeff Sims and your guys' familiarity with him after that Nebraska game 2023. When you watch the tape of him in this Kenny Dillingham offense, what stands out to you outside of his mobility?
They're using his skill set. They're using his skill set to make sure he's successful, his offense is successful, and they're using him the best way they possibly can and trying to highlight his strengths, not his weaknesses. And they're doing a great job of it. They really are.
Two more, Brady, go ahead.
Coach, Brady King, Denver 7. You mentioned knowing Shedeur was going to play. Do you offer him any advice that you'd be willing to share with us?
You're saying. So, of course. Because I know football, and I know him, and I know what I see, and I know some stuff behind the curtain. So I offer him not just on the field advice, off the field advice, life advice, because he's going through a lot right now. A lot of stuff is coming at him, and he's doing a great job. Thank God that God prepared him for everything he's dealing with. I mean, I think a lesser man would have crumbled, but he's been built for this, and who else is built for the adversity like he is, like going into the NFL. I don't think there's too many quarterbacks that are built like that for the adverse situations and not having the best of things to happen around him. I think we've always done that. We've never had the best of anything, you know. Set aside lifestyle, lifestyle. I tried my best to do what a father should do, but when it came to playing on the field, we never had the best of this, the best of that, but we've made the most of this and the most of that. I applaud the young man, I'm just proud of him. I'm proud of him. We're trying to buy a house together right now. That's what we're trying to do. So you know the hiccups in that because we can go back and forth. He wants to master. I say, well, put more in.
And then senior day, sorry, switching to your team. Guys like Arden Walker, what will it mean to you just to see them take the field one last time?
Emotional. I don't know how I'm going to act. Arden and all those guys are great, but let's go back to some of the guys that has taken this journey with me the entire time, like Mata, like JD. And some of these guys, man, that's to see my little Mata run on the field probably for his last time at the home, man, that's tough. JB, because I'm seeing these guys as freshmen. And I saw them come in at Jackson, man, and they bet on me. They bet on me, man. They took a chance on me. And I applaud that. And I pray to God that I have not disappointed them as a man, as a coach, as a leader. Those are the things that make the most sense to me. Because when this game is over, they got to carry these meetings, these talks, these conversations that we've had, and I pray to God that I've done my job to prepare them for life. And I love them. But those are, it's going to be tough seeing some of these guys run on that field for the last time.
Last one, John, go ahead.
John Trees, 9 News. Coach, you hit on all the unique forms of adversity that have happened this year, whether it be your health, losing, the AD leaving. They're all happening at once. What kind of challenge is that for you?
I think God spread them out a little bit. They didn't hit me once. I think God, He allowed this. Like so. I'm please understand. If anybody is built for adversity, I am. If anybody is built for change, I am. If anybody is built to overcome situations and trials and tribulations, I am. You got the right man. I promise you do. And I'm going to prove that to you. I am. Just give me an opportunity and give me a little more time, and I'm going to prove that to you. I will. I promise you that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless.
See you, Coach.
That horse is eating a lot of this. Oh my God. That's what you're talking about? Of course. Yeah.
I mean, once you're sitting there, I just assume getting on it. I mean, that's.
But I forgot. I forgot until.
Yeah. Yeah.
The horse stopped playing pool.
Especially if you get more than a walk.
Oh my God. I got on 2 different ones. One was this. The other one, one was the Tennessee Walker. The other one was any horse people in here? Yeah. One called Foxtrot. What is that? Something Fox.
I don't know.
But he had he said his gait was fast. They go my favorite guy. He said his gait was, when he hit the gate, he was rolling.
I think you got a bigger one too.
No, there was like 12 of them. So it was like, yeah, buff hill. Yeah, the chance.
There's a lot to
pick. Oh my God, but I didn't know. It was interesting. Trust me. A bunch of black people with horses, trust me.
See you later, Indiana Jones.
You can't think of nothing better than Indiana Jones? What about Tonto?
I don't even know who that is.
What's up, pregame show? This is Shannon Lowe, Derek, T4 Autism. We invite you to follow us. 25 million, 60 days, nonverbal, profound autism. We have a book coming out on Amazon. Thank you so much for your support, all the aunties and uncles around the world. That's what's up. Yeah, T4 Autism here in Colorado, baby. Let's go.
So where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
All the way from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey, man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we bring it this way.
My man. You gotta believe.
Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's why I
dog.
gave it to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing with you in the pregame show.